I love knowing that people are commenting on that kid disappearing in the leaves and not knowing who sent them. Welcome to Good Mythical More.
I got something for you right here. I got something that I used to enjoy on my birthdays, but I don't enjoy it anymore. But my Rhett McElvaine's birthday party was a KFC extra crispy birthday party.
That's original.
No, it's not. It's
it's extra crispy.
Why? You think you can just smell original? They smell the same, man.
I thought I saw it. Why is it only half a bucket? You already ate the other half?
What'd y'all do with the other chicken?
That was all that was in there.
Oh, this is all they do.
There should be two buckets. There was one of them with dark meat and one of them with white meat.
Okay.
They separate the dark and white meat in different buckets? This is 2017, man.
Here's what we're going to do, okay? I've got some select passages from this. What is it called? What's the name of the book, guys?
Wings of what?
Tender Wings of Desire.
The Tender Wings of Desire?
Tender Wings of Desire. KFC wrote a romance
It's like
novel,
100-page
novella.
Novella? Approximately 100 pages? Something like that?
75.
75? Yeah, I rounded up.
And on the front, maybe we can cut to the cover, but it has Colonel Sanders with his biceps exposed carrying a woman on like a shoreline.
I gotta
Am I
say,
right?
Yeah, you're right.
Are you guys with me? Hello? Am I right?
I'm not an expert on the book.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, so personally, I think that everything that KFC is doing marketing-wise is A+. I love it. People love to hate on campaigns. I love the Colonel campaign.
I love it too.
I love all the new Colonels. I love how you never know which comedian's going to be playing the Colonel. I think all the commercials are super funny.
The latest one is...
And I think if you don't think they're funny, something's wrong with your funny bone.
The latest one is
speaking of
who?
funny bones, there's bones in this chicken that we're going to enjoy.
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe, yeah. How could you not be happy with Rob Lowe being the freaking Colonel? How could you not be happy with who's the real George Hamilton? George freaking Hamilton. I know half of you don't know who he is.
I didn't even see that one.
George Hamilton is the extra crispy Colonel. He's the one.
Norm
who's
Macdonald was one.
Super dark.
What's his name one?
What's his name was definitely one.
Chris Parnell.
Chris Parnell.
Wasn't he? If not, he should be one.
I think he was at one point. Anyway, they're not a sponsor.
And just to point this out, we are unsponsored. We're not sponsors.
We're unsponsored.
But we're
totally unsponsored.
basically unapologetically marketing the KFC marketing campaign today, because that's what this is.
That's how this works. They do stuff like this so people will talk about it.
And
I'm not afraid to reward that.
But before you read it, let's balance it with just a clarification about our own marketing. Pre-order the Book of Mythicality at bookofmythicality.com.
That's the stuff that matters.
And just to clarify, Boil for Safety mug went out of stock. And the intention was, that was it. One order, limited time. We always said these are here for a limited time. But you know what? By popular demand, we've placed a second order. And then, you know what? It's up to you to grab it while the grabbing's good.
Wait, we can just buy it, actually.
A limited time. I mean, if they could grab this one, if you can grab this one from there, where you are seated right now.
So I'm going to read this, and here's what we should do. So I'm going to read this, and at the point where you think you feel compelled by the story to eat chicken, you begin eating chicken. That's the rule for both of us. Now, let me tell you right now, I want to eat chicken right now. As soon as I saw it and smelled it, I wanted to eat it. But that's just because I'm a man who likes chicken. But when the story compels me to eat chicken, I'm then going to eat chicken.
And so am I. So I'm going to put it kind of in the middle, so no one of us has more of an advantage to the other.
He was tall. Are
you kidding me? Right off the bat. The first three
I
words.
thought it said he was a tall sailor, but it says he was tall, dressed like a sailor.
Okay.
With a striped linen shirt and woolen peacoat crusted with sea salt. His hair was light and fair, framing his head in airy curls, and the eyes that stared back at her were almost the exact color of the sea, perhaps darker, but not by much, and they hid behind glasses with dark frames. Madeline had never seen a sailor wear glasses before. Somehow it made him seem all the more handsome. He leaned on the bar, his eyes looking into hers and liking what he saw. This wasn't like when Carson had appraised her. This was different. And for a moment, she felt hot and cold at the same time. Madeline said. He smiled at her. The name's Harlan. What's yours? His accent was one she had never heard before, sounding like a soft version of an American accent. Madeline. That's a beautiful name, Madeline, he said.
He's a sailor with glasses and a soft accent.
You must be new here. Her mouth went dry as she tried desperately to figure out why this conversation... Dry mouth doesn't make me want to eat chicken.
No, right there.
Figure out why this conversation was still happening. It was strange. It was not as though the other customers hadn't questioned her about her arrival. This felt different, though. This made her scramble for the proper words to say, something that would make her sound charming or clever, something that would make him want to speak to her more. She's talking about the Colonel, man. Moving on to a different passage.
That one didn't get me yet.
How do you say that name? Koimi.
Unclear.
Kohimi. Kauhimi. Kauimhie.
I think that's the joke, is that it's unpronounceable.
Kauimhe. Kauimhe decided to
I mean,
take
I read
pity
all of Game of Thrones, and I don't know how to pronounce any of those people.
on poor Madeline and sent her to collect some empty tankards that had been left at various
empty
tables.
tankards? Did you say empty tankards? Nah! Not
Madeline
quite.
gave Kohime a look of pathetic thanks and went off to do her job, but as she left, she heard Harlan's slow chuckle. You better behave. Oh, no, that's a different person. You better behave, Karhaima Hani admonished him. On the contrary, Madeline heard. Oh, on the contrary, Madeline heard Harlan reply. I think behaving is the last thing I'd want to do with her. All right, okay, all right.
Maybe I should keep reading. Hasn't gotten me yet. But that's what got you?
Yeah. I started thinking about the Colonel misbehaving with the lady.
Taking a deep breath, Madeline turned to face her lover who had lied. The wind had whipped Harlan's fair hair around his face, blowing against his beautifully sculpted cheekbones and glasses. Cheekbones. Seeing him standing there, she momentarily lost her will to anger as her stomach dropped, dizzy with the love that she felt for him. Yes, I am a colonel. Yes, I'm fabulously rich. I'm a magnate of the restaurant industry, my dear, the king of an empire that I built with my bare hands. I took a sabbatical from my duties in order to see the world, see what else could possibly be out there. And on the course of my journey, I found what I was looking for.
Oh.
Her heart fluttered wildly in the space of his pauses. In spite of
The
everything.
space of his pauses?
Yeah. In spite of everything, she found herself hanging on his every word. I found you, Madeline. I wanted to tell you, but when you told me why you ran away, I couldn't bring myself to tell you. How could I, knowing that it might drive you away? Lying would fix that, she protested. Lying makes things worse.
Now we're just a couple of men reading a romance novel and eating chicken. I'm not complaining.
That's all we got. Thanks for sticking around for Good Mythical More.
If you want to watch more, well, we don't have Good Mythical more, but we do have a lot more videos.
Here's 2 of them.
Also, click the circular channel icon to subscribe.